I love gambling!
The other day I was browsing the Steam store and I stumbled across a game that struck a chord deep inside of me. This game is called Luckbealandlord and it tells a story that rings true to my own life. You play as a renter and the only conceivable way to pay off your immense debt is by gambling. And let me tell you, I'm in the 1% of gamblers that won't quit before striking it big. And oh, I just know my big break is right around the corner. All I have to do is put more than just money on the line. So how am I gonna do that? Well, by putting my apartment on the line so that if I lose, I'm kicked out to the street. Maybe I'll finally feel something again. I could also probably just try to fulfill myself through self-improvement and socialization, but that stuff's for nerds, and I want to gamble my virtual apartment away instead. So leave me alone, man, and let me gamble, bro. Seriously. At the beginning of the game, I'm introduced to my landlord, who is named Landy McLandlord, which I feel is probably an appropriate name for a landlord to have. I'm also introduced to my brand spanking new slot machine that is just ready to roll high. I give her a couple spins and realize that I'm actually different, and gambling debt will never get a hold of me. I easily made rent the first time and had money to spare. There's just something more exhilarating about gambling when your virtual livelihood is on the line. After spinning a few more times and easily making my rent along the way, I was introduced to the other main force in this game, Kami McComrade. Luckily, with my boy Kami in my alley, nothing could go wrong. Kami hooked me up with some tokens to respin the perks machine and treated me like an actual human being. Sadly, Landy couldn't do the same and raised my rent once again, since, I don't know, he could or something. At this point, my rent was starting to get tough to manage since it was increasing by more than 50% per 5 minutes or so. My rent was starting to feel more like a payday loan than the price that I have to pay to have shelter. Luckily, I remember that Landy is actually a human and would likely understand if I presented a good reason for them to treat me more like a person rather than a number.
Oh, hey Landy, what's up? I didn't expect to see you around these parts. I was just taking my baby for a walk. Oh, yeah man, I have heard that those things need exercise. Yeah, too bad I'm a single mother and I can't always walk it since I'm working long, hard shifts at the water bottling factory. Oh, I didn't realize you were a single mother. Oh yeah, things get a little tough walking around with a baby at work all the time since I can't really afford a babysitter. Well, have you thought of investing in a dog kennel? Ow, that hurt. Don't bite my nipple like that. Yeah, but this here baby has my genes and it's just a beast that cannot be caged. He has to roam free, like a bird. What does that even mean? You know, it just kind of squeezes through the bars. Oh, yeah, of course. Hey, you know, kind of like Jell-O when you leave it out on a wire cooling rack. You know, I have never done that before. Why would anyone do that? Well, it keeps the Jell-O cool. Aren't you supposed to put the Jell-O in the fridge? Yeah, but I'm just too poor to afford a fridge. Well, what happened to the one that was in your apartment when I rented you the place? Sold it for gambling money. I think you have a problem. Well, how else am I supposed to pay my rent? Oh, yeah, speaking of your rent, I'm gonna raise that to 250 coins. Oh, but I'm a single mother, and I'm sweeter than honey on a hot summer's day. Oh, yeah, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Make it 275. Can't you see I'm breastfeeding, Landy? Just pure, unrefined, milky goodness, like a dairy cow, straight from the teat. Oh, you know what? Of course, we'll make your rent 300 coins in 7 spins, and, you know, throw in a bottle of that creamy milk, you know, just as a treat.
Sadly, Operation Sweet Motherly Love was a bust, and I don't really need this baby anymore, so I'm just gonna get rid of him, I think. Now that my rent was raised, I realized that I was gonna have to gamble a lot harder if I wanted to make my rent. The fervor and intensity that I brought to that slot machine was unlike anything ever seen before in the history of humanity. I was spinning that thing like a laundry cycle, and it felt like nothing was impossible. I passed that 300 coin rent with ease, and then Landy, as if accepting my challenge, hit me with a 350 coin rent. It may be because I no longer had a child and was therefore able to pay more, but I'm just not sure if increasing rent by 1400% the listing price is ever justified. To be fair, I also kind of fumbled on getting my security deposit back when I sold the fridge for gambling money, but I guess all parties are probably guilty in this situation. But then again, a 1400% price increase over the course of like 20 minutes is completely insane, and there's probably a law against that or something, so I'll say I'm probably safe in this situation. Strangely, almost as if out of spite, once I was able to make my rent at $350, Landy got the wonderful idea to increase my rent to 425 coins. You know, just because. Luckily, Kami brought me some more of those sweet, delicious respin tokens that I could just shove down my gullet. However, I knew that my term as a renter is surely going to come to an end very soon. In order to make up rent this time, I had to break open my piggy bank for some sweet coins to pay up with. I barely made my 425 coin rent, and in my moment of weakness, Landy decided to raise my rent by 35%, likely to get rid of me despite how sweet and supple I am. Knowing full well that I was not about to come up with 525 coins for rent, I began scheming and plotting my next move. I had to construct something to put an end to this landlord business once and for all. While I was pacing around my room, it struck me. I needed to make a bomb. Using only the materials that I had on hand, I built the most diabolical bomb that I could. Now, all that was left to do is lay the trap.
Oh, I love gifts set on bombs. Oh, that single mother is so thoughtful. I was just thinking about how badly I needed some socks. Maybe I should raise his rent. Yeah, I was gonna make a bomb, but it just seemed really hard. Like, all the materials to make a bomb were really tough to get my hands on, and it kind of just seemed easier to get a gun.
Oh, finally! My landlord's dead, and I don't have to pay up on my rent anymore. Time to just, check on my apartment. Wait, what's this? Your rent is late and you're being evicted? Wait, but... Oh, I forgot. Landy isn't real, he's just a character in this video game I'm playing. Wait. Well then, who is that guy that I just shot? Oh, guess what? This video has a lesson on it, just like the last one did. Gotcha. Gambling can lead to a slippery slope, and even if you've been doing it every day for the past 20 years, everyone is susceptible to addiction, and you should be very careful when participating. The chance of losing hundreds of dollars with nothing to show for it is real, and you should always consider that when you lay the money down. Make sure that the money you lay down on the table is money that you are in a financially sound enough position to lose, and understand that if you aren't in a financially sound enough position to lose the money you're betting, you likely should decrease your bet or not bet at all. Gambling is like many other vices and can be fun, but it should be done in a safe way as to not risk losing all of your money. Stay safe out there, my beautiful little pretties, and remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.